Okay. She webcam, right. He gives, don't worry. I think
Joseph, please, you are live. Please, can you start the call?
all right. Good day, everyone. I want to confirm if I'm audible. All right. Is that reduce to avoid it? All right. Good day, everyone. Good day, wherever you are joining us from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I'm sending out the greetings based on your time zone. It's really exciting to be here. So it's time already. So and we are actually starting the webinar for the basic GIS course. So and the essence of having this webinar is to actually give you a brief overview of what the entire training and the course you're supposed to take on GIS, what are the deliverables, and what for you to be able to have a nitty gritty understanding of the entire course. Yes, so I'm going to be dissecting that in details, yeah, alongside with the professionals that we have here. So, but before that, yeah, we need to also go through some of the basic information we have here. Uh, all right, so my name is Joseph Adeyemi. I'm the program coordinator for Precision Field Academy. So I'm in charge of the training, the curriculums, and also I'm going to be the one moderating this section. All true. All right, so at this point, I would like to bring on board, yeah, founder and the vision lead of Precision Field Academy, in person of Mr. Femi Adekoya. I think you have the floor,
All
sir.
right. Thank you so much, Joseph. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We do not mean to start a bit late due to some technical issue, but thank you so much again for joining us. And yeah, without further ado, I just want to tell you about us and why you are here, right? Or why you should be here, as the case may be. So, what we is Precious Feed Academy. We a social enterprise, and what we're about is about training and building the capacity of young professionals in modern and emerging technologies for the future of work, and also to lead with precision agriculture. I know that many of you might have joined us from different walks of life, considering the topic or the subject of focus, which is GIS. I'm going to be talking more about that. But Precision Field Academy is focused on agriculture and related fields. And yeah, uh, our vision is to create a world where every young person, regardless of your background, has the opportunity to become tech savvy or digital savvy professionals driving sustainable and equitable growth in your respective community through the transformative power of technology. And yes, our mission is to raise the next generation of farmers and professionals that are tech inclined and digitally savvy. And why we do what we do, uh, we know that there is a skill gap that needs to be closed. Skills that would enable professionals like you, both technical and enterprise skills, to lead in the future of work. And that is why we are having a section like this. We also took note that merely observing the trend is not just enough. Young professionals, youth across the world need to become enablers and players in the future of agriculture, or specifically to us in the fourth agricultural revolution, and that which is to come. So you'd not just being observing observer or a spectator, but to have what it takes to be a player, to be a creator, to be an enabler or an influencer in the future of work. And technology is key, of course, to unlock Africa's agricultural potential. So why you should join us? Because we are shaping the future of agriculture. Thank you so much for joining us today. In this community, we are all about providing you with the opportunity to grow and to level up, right, globally, and also to be able to contribute solutions to various challenges and problems. All right. Our methodology, we have three cardinal methodology as you can see on the screen. We are into education and knowledge sharing. That is a pillar. And we have training and skills development relating to what we're set to do with the GIS Basic Course and coaching and mentorship. And what that simply means is that providing you with guidance and the foresight needed to grow. Yeah, these are our core technology skills that we provide from drone technology to geographic information technology and remote sensing relating to this course and data science, robotics, and Internet of Things. And not excluding the uh, artificial intelligence, which is actually the talk of the town now. All right, so let me quickly talk about why GI applicable. So, and it could create career opportunity for you. And this is why we at Precision Field Academy has set up this course, and we are super excited that it is free for for you to be able to learn with us on geographic information system. So, without further ado, I want to say thank you for your time. And I would yield the floor to Joseph and colleagues to carry on. Thank you so much for joining us. Cheers.
Brief introduction about the Precision Field Academy. So, as we move forward, I'm going to be bringing on board the next facilitator. All right, so I'm going to be bringing on board the next facilitator, who happens to be the GIS instructor. So he's going to be walking us through the entire workflow and the process of what we are going to be covering in the next 5 weeks. Yeah, for including capstone project and everything too. Uh, Hello, are you there? Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay, am I good to go? Hello, can you hear me? Am I good to go?
Yeah, go on, go on, go on.
Okay, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone from any part of the world where you're actually connected from. So my name is Feromi Samuel Hajayi. I'm a geospatial associate at Integrated Area Precision and also an instructor at Precision Field Academy. And I will be one of the instructor for this particular course. So once again, I want to say welcome to the basic fundamentals of GIS. So let's just work together and let's see what we actually have for this 5 week course. Okay, let's go. Okay, so basically, this course is actually structured into 5 weeks, and Each week actually covers different topic. So one of the things I want to call your attention to is the fact that all those particular week or courses or modules are actually structured in a way that without you actually learning what is in the previous week, you will not be able to get what is actually in the next week. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. So for instance, we have in week one, we have introduction to GIS. Week two, we have spatial data and coordinate system. So you cannot just jump to spatial data and coordinate system if you have not actually watched or you've not actually attended the introduction to GIS class. And you cannot move to fundamentals of remote sensing if you've not actually learned or watch or attend the spatial data and coordinate system class. So all courses are actually structured in a way that it makes your learning more easier and is more like a progressive learning. So I really want to bring that to your attention. So as I said, that this course is actually divided into 5 weeks. The first week, you will be learning introduction to GIS. So this is where we actually cover, for some of you who are actually beginners, peradventure, maybe you did not know anything about GIS before. So this first week is actually mainly for you or for everybody perhaps. So we'll be covering fundamentals of GIS, the real world applications of GIS, where it matters. And also, not only that, we'll also be looking at some practical aspects where we'll be looking into some platform used in GIS. You'll be exploring different softwares, different platforms, and so on and so forth. Then followed by the second week, which we'll be learning about spatial data and coordinate system. This is very, very, very essential. Before you can say you are trying to analyze any data, before you say you are trying to do anything, you have to be able to understand this spatial data and coordinate system, because a little bit of error from this spatial data and coordinate system can actually render all your analysis useless. So it is very essential. This week is very essential as well. Then we'll move to fundamentals of remote sensing. So this is where you'll be learning satellite imagery, you'll be learning drone imaging, you'll be learning GIS integration, and so on and so forth. Then followed by vector analysis or spatial data analysis. So week 4 and week 5 is just purely practical, though from week 1 to week 3 also, there's also the practical aspect of it. For instance, the spatial data and the coordinate system, that is the second week. Also, there's also the practical aspects where we'll be exploring different coordinate system. Practical, I mean, this is practical aspect where you also have to install the software that was used. You have to install it, follow the procedures, do what the instructor is actually doing. Same as fundamentals of remote sensing, there's also the practical aspect where this is the time I think you have to go online yourself and download the data you are going to use for week 4 and week 5. Please take note of that. That's why I said earlier that it is very essential that you follow each week accordingly. Don't just skip one week and move to the next week. It will not really work like that. So we move to week 4, which is the vector analysis. This week 4 and week 5 is just pure practical. What we'll be doing that week is just pure practical. 2 projects per week. That is what we'll be doing. And you might be saying maybe, oh, the 2 projects is actually is small or something like that. But I can assure you that those 2 projects we actually I don't want to use the word shape up, but I can tell you that they are solid foundation. They are foundations that you actually need before you move to any advanced analysis. So week 4, we'll be working on 2 projects. We'll be working on 2 projects, pure practical, same as week 5, where we'll also be working on applicable. In fact, these are not just, how would I say, these are not just analysis for analysis sake. There are things that we can actually apply. The way the course is being structured, the way the project is structured in a way that you can apply it, like it's something you can relate with, it's something you can apply with. The questions are applicability, not just that, oh, we are trying to analyze data to get something like this. It is more of applicability. So at the end of the course, which is at the end of the week 5, so the next week, which is actually the week 6, that is when you'll be given a project to do on your own. the project is still about what you have learned so far from the 5 week, but this time around it might be more tedious, or not. It's not tedious, but it's going to be more of applicability, more like you are bringing what you've learned into a reality, into practical example where it can actually solve problem. So, and that is actually going to go for the next week, which is the 6th week. We are going to be doing that for 6 weeks, and everyone participating in this course, we have to submit the project. We have to submit the project. Um, Next, please. Okay, so the learning resources. So per each course or per each module or per each for each week, in the contents where you are going to have access to, you will see one PDF. That PDF is actually the material, is actually the lecture notes. The PDF in it is actually the what's it called, the lecture that you actually need. Then also you'll be seeing two videos. The first video is the course explanation. That is where everything inside the PDF. That is where I actually explain everything. That is where you actually have to I explain everything. So you watch the first video first, then the second video is the practical aspect of it. So after watching the course explanation, the next thing for you to do is to move to the practical aspect. Once again, that is why I'm trying to lay an emphasis on this. You cannot watch the second video if you've not watched the first video. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. You have to watch the course explanation first. You have to be able to flow with the PDF first before you can actually move ahead with the practical. It is always theory first, then practical. So same thing for module two. You also be seeing the same structure in module two. The course explanation video, a PDF, the course explanation video, and the practical aspect of it, followed by module three. Module three might actually be, I think, okay, in module three, there's actually one video, one PDF, and three videos, one PDF and three video. The first video is the course explanation, the lecture notes, the lecture video, followed by a practical aspect where you'll be learning how to download a vector data. Not just you are not even just learning, you are practicalizing it, because that particular data that you will be downloading is what you will make use of in module 4 and module 5. So it is very essential for you to do what is actually being instructed in module 3 in the practical video. Same as the third video, which is actually the raster, where you be learning how to download the raster. Don't forget again, in module 3, you have one PDF, you have three videos. The three videos are: number one, the course explanation, followed by the vector, the practical aspect, the vector, how to download vector analysis, and the third, how to download the raster analysis. So those are three videos you'll be seeing in module 3. Then in module 4, as I said, it's just pure practical. There are two videos each inside. There are two videos each inside each module. In module 4, you will see two videos. In module 5, you also see two videos. You also see a PDF. Yeah, you also see a PDF in each module. I mean, in module 4, you see a PDF as well. You see two PDF actually. So this is how module 4 is structured. Maybe when we move to the LMS overview, maybe I will show you better. But this is what I'm trying to say. In module 4, remember I said it is pure practical. So there are two projects per each module. In module 4, for instance, there are two projects that we'll be doing. So per each project, there is a PDF and there is a video. Same thing as the second video, the second project, a video and a PDF. The PDF is what explains the practical of what we are doing. So it is essential for you to have the understanding of the practical you are trying to do. You have the theory aspect, you have the theory knowledge, not just that, okay, we are trying to analyze this, we are trying to analyze that. You have to be able to come to you have to be able to understand how does this work. You have to be able to understand some key features, some back end about how this works. For instance, maybe we are trying to do something like classification, something like classification. You have to have that little bit of, even though if it's not a broad knowledge, but at least a little bit of that understanding where you can be able to know that, oh, this is how this thing works, this is how this thing works. So that's actually the excess of the PDF or the lecture that is actually there. So so okay, another thing again is that once you open the PDF, at the last page of the PDF, at the last stage of the PDF, there is always an assignment there. Once you open the PDF, if you go down to the last page, you will see an assignment. So you are expected to do the assignment and submit at the end of each week. So a link, that is why, okay, I'm still coming there. The link where you'll be submitting in the assignment will be dropped on the group. It is going to be updated on the WhatsApp group that I believe that everybody should be on. Where I'm still going to talk about that. So you always see an assignment there. So please, at the end of each week, you have to submit that particular assignment because it is expected that by Friday, Saturday, you are already done with that week, that particular week. Then also, okay, I think that is all for now. Can you move to the next slide, please? I'm waiting for the next slide. Okay, so this is now the learning schedule. So the way the course is structured is that it runs from Monday to Friday. Take note of that. You remember that the course is divided into the period again from what? When 5 week, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And I said that each week is actually is specialized for each module, for separate module. So for each module, which is for instance week 1, it runs from Monday to Friday. However, you will be placed on self-learning from Monday to Thursday. What that means is that you will have access to the PDF and the pre-recorded videos. So these are the things that you will learn from Monday to Thursday on your own. Then every Friday, 7 p.m. West African time, WAT, if I'm correct, that is GTM plus 1. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., there will always be a live class on every Friday of every week. I don't know, maybe you catch that. Let me repeat that again. That every week, you will be placed on self-learning, self-study. You will have access to the PDF. You have access to the videos. So you're expected to watch the video to practicalize those particular things that are on the video from Monday to Thursday. So by Friday, we will all come together live. And what we are doing in that life is that it's not that maybe we are trying to redo what we do, but I believe strongly that, especially if you are just starting out, as a GIS, analyst, like this is your first time or you are just new to the thing, in the course of analysis, believe me, you might face some challenges. You might face some technical issues, maybe from the software. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm back, right? So what I'm saying is that, sorry, can someone confirm if you can hear me if I'm back? Sorry, please, I need a confirmation if you can still hear me. Okay, all right then, all right. So once again, what I'm trying to say is that from Monday to Thursday, you will have access to pre-recorded videos, the course material, everything you need. Your assignment as a committed student is actually to sit and watch the recorded videos, study the PDF, practicalize everything that is actually inside the video from Monday to Thursday. Then by Friday, we are all coming together to actually on live to actually overview or review what we've actually done from Monday to Thursday. So the live video will be more like, okay, oh, I'm passing through these challenges. Okay, oh, let's sort it out. Let's try to fix it. Oh, I did not understand this part you are trying to explain in the video. Okay, oh, this is what I mean. Okay, oh, this analysis is not actually working at my hand. Okay, let's try to redo it. So that is what the live class is actually all about. I don't know if you actually get that right. So it will happen once again by 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT plus 1 WAT. Please take note of that. That is when the live class every Friday. Meanwhile, so once we get to now, this live class will happen in week 1, week 2, week 3. That is only Friday alone from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So immediately you enter into week 4 and week 5, the fourth week and the fifth week, module 4 and module 5, the life classes changes. So it will now be twice in a week, not more once again. It will be Friday and Saturday. I don't know, maybe you understand that. Immediately you enter into module 4 and module 5, which is week 4 and week 5. It is not just only Friday again. The life class will not just be only Friday again. It will be both Friday and Saturday. The Saturday time is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. WAT, GMT plus 1. Now, the reason why we extended the live class is that, remember I said earlier that the module 4 and module 5 is something comprehensive. It's a little bit comprehensive because it's just pure practical. So, and I said that there are actually 2 projects inside one module in week 4 and week 5. So we will be treating one module in week 4 on Friday. So let's assume maybe we are in module 4, week 4. So on Friday, we will be treating the first project, while on Saturday, we'll be treating the second project. Same thing for week 5 or module 5. I don't know if that is clear. So that is why it is very, very essential and important for you to be on the WhatsApp platform. I think a link will be dropped for those of you who are still yet to join the WhatsApp platform. I think a link will be dropped on the channel so that you guys can actually join, because the WhatsApp channel is actually the only platform where information will be dropped. It's only the verified platform for now that information will be dropped. The link for where to submit your assignment, the link for you, maybe there is any, what is it called, any issue, anything, the WhatsApp platform is actually the only platform for now that has been designated for that. So it is very essential for you to be on the WhatsApp platform. Okay, so next please. Okay, so how to learn successfully. I think I've actually explained this. Number 1, watch every video carefully. Watch it accordingly. Watch it step by step. Don't try to skip one. I think one of the things I've actually found out in the areas of learning is the fact that if your learning is not structured, you will get frustrated at the end of the day. So, and that is exactly what this course actually brings. Like, that is what we actually brings to the table. Like, that is one of the things that this course we really like. That particular being frustrated or not knowing what to do next, like, this course actually clears that off. So in as much as you are watching the video step by step, you are following the video step by step, you are watching it, you are practicing it step by step, I'm telling you that your learning journey will be very, very interesting. So please watch the video, not just watch it carefully and watch it accordingly the way it is being structured. Secondly, read the accompanying PDF. Of course, that is your lecture notes. You cannot do without that. In fact, in that PDF, there are some links that you need that has been embedded inside that PDF. So it is very essential for you to have access to that PDF. Also, repeat every practical exercise on your own. Yeah, please, in the course of the video, you always see something like this that, peradventure, let's assume maybe in module 3 like this, where I'm trying to download vector data. So if I choose Nigeria as my home study area, it's not really necessary that you download Nigeria too. You can decide to download your home country. I don't maybe understand. So you can decide to also, that thing that you're learning, that practical, you can decide to apply it on your own. Oh, this person make use of this study area. Let me make use of this study area and let me see if there is difference in the analysis process. So it is also very important to do that. Also, take notes during your learning. Of course, it's very, very essential to take notes during. It's also very important to take notes. Of course, as you are learning, maybe I even said something that you did not get or you don't understand. Jot it down. Maybe during the live classes, you can come up with a question and you can tackle it together. Or even before the live classes, you can go online and verify that, okay, what's this person trying to say? How accurate is this information? And so on and so forth. So I said GIS is a practical skill. You will become better by practicing it, not just by watching video. Definitely. You cannot just keep watching the video. That is why every video is structured in both theory and practical. If this course is just being about theory alone, I am pretty sure that everybody will be bored and bored. So it is about you coming to take responsibility by you practicing. That is how you can know that, oh, you're actually doing well in this thing. You can never know what you don't practice. Just as simple as that. Next, please. Okay, so asking question. So this is more like a route to the WhatsApp group now because I think from immediately the course is okay. I'm still coming there. Once the course is open, the WhatsApp group will be also be open. And please, one of the rules about the WhatsApp is that, as I said earlier, that the major essence of that WhatsApp platform is majorly for this course. It's not for any other reason. It's not for any other reason. If you have any challenges, please, that channel or that platform is actually the best place for you to put it. So I said here, for instance, if you are struggling with anything, maybe in the course of the analysis, number one, take the screenshots. Let's assume maybe you are in the midst of an analysis and you are getting an error. Take the screenshot of that error, paste it to the group, explain, can just put a note, attach a note to it that, oh, this is what this thing is telling me, I am trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, then paste it on the WhatsApp group. So I am on the group, I am on the, what's it called, I'm on the group to actually attend to you. There are other instructors as well who are on the group also to attend to you. So please take note, please be very careful about this thing because you see, learning is a very delicate something. I don't know the right word to actually use it. If someone, for instance, send in a challenge to the group, I know that we are all group of, how will I put it? I know that they are experts here in currently. I know they are experts. I know they are professionals in GIS. I know I have bosses here, with us here. But please, if anyone put and send in any challenges, any error, any issue, please make sure that before you answer that person. Now, what I'm trying to say is that it's not only the instructor that can answer a challenge or a question. So, what I'm basically saying is that if you know the answer or the solution to that problem, please, you can go ahead and address it. However, if you know that you don't know it, if you know that you don't have idea, please, it is better for you to stay mute than to just say something that might actually later mislead that person that is passing through that challenge. I don't know if that is communicated well. This can be very frustrating when I'm trying to figure out a challenge, trying to figure out an analysis. And I said earlier, especially when you start entering into some analysis, you might, especially if it is your first time, you might be facing some challenges. So just imagine I trying to figure out how to go about this, and I send it to the group, and someone who does not even know what I'm trying to do just comment and say, why can't you? It can be frustrated. So if someone send in a challenge and you know that you don't know anything about it, please just tell me. Don't reply. Don't comment. I believe that you guys understand what I'm saying. So please, but if you know the answer, if you know the solution, maybe you've actually passed through that challenge, of course, you can be your brother's keeper. Help the person out, instruct the person that, oh, this is what you are doing wrong, this is what you are doing right, this is what you are supposed to do. And I believe that, one thing about that WhatsApp platform is that for the fact that, there are different diversity of people, both background in terms of knowledge, capacity. So it makes it more interesting. It makes it more interesting to for your journey. Like it's one of the greatest thing I actually even see in this course. That you have access to an expert in the industry, you have access to friends that knows things better than you. So it's a good one. So next slide, please. Is that all from my side? Okay, I think I've said this earlier that please complete the module before you switch to another module. It is very essential. You cannot just jump to you cannot just jump to module 4 or module 5 why you've not actually even learned the principle of remote sensing. That is wrong. That is wrong. And I think that this is where most people are actually getting it wrong. You want to start, you want to learn GIS, and the first thing you start doing is to analyze. Why can analyze it? I'm telling you, coming from that field, coming from I've been in this field for a very long time, and I can tell you that that is very wrong, especially in this field, in this geospatial world, this geospatial field. You always have to have the theory knowledge before you move into the practical. So don't just jump from one video to another. So what else again, please? Next, please. So, okay, as I said, that at the end of each PDF, though this will also be posted on the group as well, on the group every week as well, there is always an assignment that is actually attached to every course. So please, a link will be sent to the WhatsApp group for your submission. Please do well to submit. Do well to submit before you have to submit before the next week. So remember, the class is from Monday to Friday. So you have to submit before the next Monday. Please, it is very, very essential. Next, please. So about the capstone project. So the capstone project is not currently in the it is not we've not included it currently in the LMS or inside the what you have access to. So it is when we are getting towards the end of when we are getting towards the end of the course, that is when your capstone project will be sent to you. And mind you, the capstone project can be a single topic or a single project that will be shared for everybody, or it can be a different project that will be assigned to different people. So we are still looking into that. So please take note of something. You could see that there is something called certification here, meaning that everybody, sorry, don't let me use that word. There is certificate at the end of the program, but there is a condition for the certificate. Now, I believe that I think the CEO or the managing director have also explained, or the moderator have also explained this course that it is totally free, which I believe, but maybe that is why most of you actually even registered in the first place. Yeah, it is free, totally free, totally free. But however, before you can have access to that certificate, it is based on three things. Is even three things. Number one is that, yeah, three things. All modules are completed. You complete all modules are completed. It's not that maybe you skip one module and you want to earn certificate. It's not going to work that way. Number two is that all assignments are being submitted. You might be asking that how can I keep track? How can we keep track? Don't worry, leave that to us. Leave that to us. Every assignment will be tracked. And lastly, is that you submit your capstone project. In fact, if you submit your assignment, you complete all the module and you don't submit your capstone project, you are definitely not getting a certificate. That is definitely sure. Definitely sure. You are not getting certificate. So these three things are important for you to be able to be certified to get your certificate at the end of the course. So at the end of course 5, we'll be having a webinar like this, which is more like, so this webinar, this current one that we're having is more like a opening of the course, more like an opening of the course. So by August 10, I'm still coming back to that. This is more like there will also be a closing webinar. So that is when after the week 5, then we'll fix a date where we will now start talking about the next thing, what we've been able to achieve, throughout the 5 weeks, the next step, the way forward, and so on and so forth. So just make sure you're on the group. Just make sure you're on the group. Every other information about that will actually be passed across. Sorry, is there another thing again? Okay, so now this is actually the point where I'm supposed to have a little bit of demonstration for you how to access the course. So the LMS, the learning system management that was supposed to be used, this is the stage where I'm supposed to, tell you how to go about it. But at the moment, we're actually having a little bit of technical glitch at our back end here. So that will not be possible. So here is what is going to happen. I hope everybody is still with me. So remember that I said that you will be placed on self-learning. So immediately the course open. So the course is opening by 10th of August, which is actually 10th of August 2026. That is actually this coming Monday, if I'm right about that. 10th of August, that is when the course will be officially open. That is where the course will be officially open. That is where the course is going to be officially open. So instead of the week one, which is actually the introduction to GIS. Now, here is how we are going to do that. It will not be only self-learning again for that week one. Please understand what I'm saying. So we have decided to come up with a live class, a live demonstration. So it will not just be that Friday again. So our live classes will not just be on Friday again. It will not just be Friday. So we are opening this course with a live class. I don't know, maybe you understand. So on Monday will be a live class. That is when we move direct. That is when the course will officially kickstart, and we'll be looking into the introduction to GIS, which is Mode 1. Both the theory and the practical will be done on that Monday. So in the course of that Monday, in the course of the class, that is when I will now be showing you what to do henceforth. So from henceforth, after that week one, that is when you now go back to the original structure. I hope you understand the original structure. From Monday to Thursday, self-learning. Then on Friday, we come live. From week one towards week three, but from week 4 to week 5, it will be 2 live classes, Friday and Saturday, same as Module 5, which is week 5, Friday and Saturday. But I'm not saying like this. This is privilege. I mean, we are lucky. You guys are lucky. So on Monday, it's going to be a live class. That is when we will start our our course, live class, the course explanation, the practical, every other thing. We are going to practicalize it as I'm doing it at my home end here. You also be practicalizing it at your own end. You also be following through at your own end over there. So that's just it. So the LSM demonstration will not, unfortunately, it is not going to happen. But I'll definitely doing the Monday live class. At the end of the class, it should be ready. Then I can actually show you how to have access to it. So please once again, stay connected to the WhatsApp platform, because I think after this webinar, a link to access, maybe by Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, the link to access the week one course will be sent to you, where you can have access to the video, you can have access to the PDF and the other material that we are going to use for that week one, which is the live class that is happening on Monday. So it will be sent to you immediately after this webinar, or at most maybe by Friday, Saturday, it will be sent to you. So please keep your eyes on the WhatsApp, keep your eyes on the information that will be sent on the group. And please, as I said again, that group is not meant for posting unnecessary things. It's not meant for posting, please, it's strictly for GIS, basic fundamentals of GIS. Anything that is not related to GIS at all, anything that is not related to this course at all should not be posted on that platform, please. Should not be posted. We only want to see content that is actually pertaining to this course, because I think per each group, I think we currently have, and we have groups here, but just for people to be able to pick important information. That is why we're actually saying all these things, that please let's us minimize what we actually post on the group. So I think I've said everything I need to say. Sir, did I still have another slide that I'm still supposed to talk about, sir? Okay, so once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our. I think the link will be posted on the channels to our platform, the feed, Precision Feed Academy, the WhatsApp. I mean, the our channels, the LinkedIn, the Facebook, the YouTube that you are even currently streaming on currently. Please, in fact, please just help us currently. Just do that currently. Like, share. What else again is there? Subscribe, please. It's very essential. It's very essential. It's very essential. And follow our social media, both Instagram. I think they're going to post all the links there currently, all the links to the Instagram, all the social media. Please kindly follow us for more updates. And I think okay, maybe the managing director also made mention of that. That also they're also what's it called? Advanced. There are also what's it called? Advantages. There are also additional advantage to this thing. So you can only receive all this information if you follow our social media page. And also, okay, maybe at the end of the course, the whole 5 week, you'll be learning. Peradventure, maybe some of you have a question like, what's next after I'm done with this class, after I'm done with this course? By the end of the webinar, you guys will be knowing what's next and you know. So thank you for your time. Over to you, sir, Mr. Joseph. Okay, please kindly bear with us in a minute. We're having a glitch at our back end there. We are working on it. We'll be back soon. So please, I hope you guys are already subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please just do that now. It does not take it. I mean, just click on that like button, click on that reshare, click on that subscribe button right now. While trying to fix this. You can follow us on our Instagram page, Precision Field, IAP Precision HQ on TikTok. Just search it, you will see our page there. Kindly follow.
All right, thank you very much. We're sorry about that. It was a technical issue, so I'm trying to sort that from my end. So now it's time for question and answer. We are going to be entertaining some of the questions that we have so that we can address them in the course of this webinar. I'm trying to check through some of the questions that we have that we can address because there are so many charts here. Questions. All right, so I'm going to hand over to the instructor to answer some of these questions in relation to the software we're going to use and stuff like that. So he will take over from me now. So to address that, thank you.
Okay, Okay, so the instructor is back again. So, okay, I have a lot of questions from here. So, let me start with I think where is the question again? So, someone asked that what software are we going to be using? Okay, that's a very good question. So, for this course, I believe that for that person to ask that question, he have the understanding that there are a lot of GIS software. But however, for this course, from beginning to the end, we are going to be making use of QGIS. QGIS. Now, one of the things about geospatial is that most of the softwares, as you know, they are not what's it called? They are not free. QGIS is like one of the only how will I put it like this? Is more like the only open source software in QGIS that that we have. So that is why we are making use of QGI so that everybody can have access to it. So for instance, if I'm to make use of ArcGIS Pro or XRE software, ArcMap, that is it is a closed software. So it means that you need license. I have my own license, but the question is that can you able to afford your own license? I think for a personal use of maybe any Esri software, personal use, I think is about $100 or something like that. But however, we make use of QGIS just for a start. Yeah, just for a start. But however, as in the advanced courses, as you'll be learning maybe in the closing of the webinar after the 5 week, you have access now to advanced courses where we can now start making use of industries. I mean, we start making use of some advanced software like AppPro, other softwares. But for now, for this course, it's just QGIS. We are using QGIS. So I don't know if I've answered that question. So what other question is there? So, okay, I'm seeing another question. It says, so are you going to determine if one has successfully completed a course? Is it through project? Yeah, I stated that already, that what makes a successful completion of a project is that you finish all the module. Number two, all assignments are being submitted. And number three is that you submit your capstone project. Those are the three that qualifies you that truly you have finished your course. Number one again is that what you finish all the modules. Number two is that you submit all your assignments, and number three is that all you finish your capstone project. So those are actually what determines if you have successfully completed the course, and that will be determined by us, of course. So Saturday class is 9. Of course, Saturday class is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. WAT. Please take note of that. WAT, West African time. WAT, that is GMT plus 1. Please take note of that. Which other one again? Good day, team. I could not join the WhatsApp link because the group is full. Kindly attend to this. Yeah, I think by now a link should have been dropped on the comment section by our social media people. You see a link actually, you see a link, or in fact, we are also planning to send a mail to everybody again where all the links, the link we actually that we put the WhatsApp link. So just check your mail. Please always look out for mails, both your spam folder or anywhere in your mail. So we'll attach the WhatsApp link to it. I'm not seeing any other question here again. I have a question. Assignment. Yes, this is certification course. It is communicated. Okay. I'm not seeing any other question. Which software will you be using? QGIS. I've answered that. I will be making use of QGIS. Please, this video recorded? Of course, it's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. Can I have access to it? Is it live recording and will it be available? Yeah, of course. Wait. Is live recorded and will it be available? Old Ramen Entertainment 784. I didn't really understand your question. Are you talking about these live classes or the live class? I don't even understand that. Uh, Please, will the PDF be sent to the WhatsApp group? Of course, a link, a link to the folder or to the place or to the what's it called? A link to the place where you have access to the PDF. You have access to the PDF, the videos will be sent to the group, so you have access to it. Which Monday exactly? August 10. I mean, is August 10 not? Is August 10 not? Let me verify that though, before I say something I'm not supposed to say. Yeah, August 10 is actually Monday. The Monday I'm talking about is this Monday. This Monday. This Monday. This next coming Monday. August 10. August 10. August 10. Okay. Uh, can you come again? I don't know the aspect you are asking me to come again. I really hope I've. How about we that are currently writing school exam? Ah, AB Tech 100. I don't know how to answer that question. One thing about learning is just that you just have to stretch yourself. In as much as you know that you really want this thing, you have to stretch yourself. That's just what I can actually say. Find time. Find time. I think per one module is just about, don't let me tell you the hours, but don't worry, you find out yourself. Recorded class will help everyone to understand and follow step by step. Of course, of course, of course. What other question? What time on Monday? Oh, I didn't state the time. Please look out for the group. That is why I'm saying this again. That please, the admin, please, I need the WhatsApp group link to be posted, to be placed on the what's it called, on the group, so that everybody can be there. I don't want to give time like this, but it will be communicated both your email and on the WhatsApp group, so you're able to know. Don't let me give time at this moment. My mind was not even there. That time was not stated. Please record all classes in case we miss it. I don't know about that. That's why you have to be in class. Please be in class. I'm not sure if I will be. Who will be recording the class? I'm not sure yet, because I don't see the essence of even actually recording the class because, well, let's see how it goes. But I cannot really promise that the live classes might be recorded. Oh, yeah, I only have a tablet. I don't have a PC. I forgot to actually mention two things. Thank you for that. So, you will need a laptop for this course. Please take note of that. You will need a laptop for this course and not just any out laptop. Though QGIS, the software that you'll be installing, is not actually an heavy software like that. But I'm sure that you'll be needing a minimum of 4 gig RAM. Wait, is 4 gig RAM something? I'm not even sure if 4 gig RAM will actually work. But what I'm just trying to say is that you will need a very good system because you will be installing a software, though the software is not really that heavy like that. So please, you will need a laptop. You will need a laptop. You will need a laptop. And the second thing again that I want to call our attention to is that please, I think someone asked that question on the group. I think earlier this week or something like that. That is the course also taught in other language? Please, the course is in English. It's taught in English, and it will be the live classes, the pre-recorded classes, the PDF, everything is in English language. English language, please. For now, English language. Maybe later on, you can start looking for a way where we can, incorporate, I don't know, other language into it. But for now, please, it is English language. Please take note of those two things. So you need a laptop. You definitely need a laptop. You definitely need a laptop. Okay, what other are we having live classes for week one, both Monday and Friday? So here's the thing: if we are able to cover, if we are able to cover everything on that Monday, we are able to sort out every issues on that Monday. There will not be live classes on Friday. I mean, that Monday class, if we're able to cover everything, there will not be any need for class on Friday. But if maybe we did not there's still some things to tidy up, then the live class on what's it called now on Friday might actually end up happening. But for now, week one, which is Monday class, is strictly that's the only designated that's the only designated time day for the live class. Share the link for the Instagram and the other social media. The admin, please work on that, please. They are requesting for the social media. Is it better to add subtitle? Please, it is better to add subtitle. Oh, to add subtitle. Okay, we'll look into that. I don't know. When the training starts next week, can we have recorded training videos? Recorded training videos so as we can review them later, or of course, you will have. Are we having live classes for week one? I've answered that already. Ask guys or key guys, I've answered that. Is this session recorded? Yeah, it's recorded and the link will be sent to you. I think when the training starts, we'll be using. Uh, there's a lot of messages here. Coming. Are we having? Oh, coming. I've answered that. Let me go to the end. Okay, so someone say here. I'm not seeing you guys comment again. No. The admin, can you help me? I'm not seeing. Okay, someone said QGIS is for 8 gig RAM. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. 8 gig RAM is for QGIS. I didn't even know that. I use something. I use separate configuration, so that's why I'm unable to know the specification. So someone has actually helped us there. Said if you are trying to install QGIS, you need 8 gig RAM. Class only on Monday. As I said, for now, class is only on Monday for week one alone. Please take note of that. Are the projects going to be general or agricultural focused? No, it is not agricultural focused, please. Now, it is not for now. This course is this 5 week is not agricultural focused. It's just I don't know how to put it, but it's something I know that is going to benefit all industry. So it is now after the closing of the course. So if you are now wishing to actually maybe venture into agriculture, we have a course. I don't know if the managing director actually made mention of that. Where you are trying to maybe you want to focus on agriculture, you want to focus on engineering, GIS application in engineering, you are trying to focus in in different industry. We actually have a package for we have a what's the right word to use? We have a what's the right word to use like this? I don't want to use the word package. We have something, we have a course like that is dedicated towards each particular field industry. Either you are in oil and gas, agriculture, telecommunication, energy sector. We have a structured course specifically designed for those particular places, industry. I mean, class only on Monday. Yes, yes, class only on Monday. Class only on Monday. Class only on Monday. The talk 1, 2, 3. Class only on Monday. For now, class only on Monday. Thank you. I think that's all. I think that's all. Not able to join the WhatsApp group. Don't worry, a link will be sent to you to join the WhatsApp group. Please, some of us might be working on weekends. Any initiative to assist? Oh, I don't know how to answer you about that. Yeah, I understand that weekends and mind you, please, the weekend is only on week 4 and week 5, and it's only once a week. Meaning that week 4 is only happening on Saturday 9 a.m. Just 2 hours on Saturday, and what's it called? And the week 5 just 2 hours on Saturday. The normal week it is normal working days week, which is Friday 7 to 9. Please, I think you should be able to work with that. We are not actually taking the whole of your time. Please, it's just 2 hours weekend. Okay, I think they're showing me questions from here. Are we going to use ArcGIS and Esri together with Earth Engine? No. As I said earlier, this 5 week course, we make use of QGIS from beginning to start. And I've tried to explain the reason why we are making use of QGIS. I don't have any issue using any other software, but most of those softwares are not free. You might not have access to it. QGIS is only the software that I can have access to and you also can have access to without struggle. Earth Engine is a different platform entirely, which will be covered in our advanced classes, not in this 5 week. Not in this 5 week. Sir, this course help us. Could this course help us in other fields like geology, geophysics? Of course, of course. I can't really recall all the analysis I will be doing. But you see, I don't think, well, you can still focus, but you see, the aim of this course is that remember, see, that is why remember the title of this course. We never stated that this course is come and learn advanced GIS. That is not what this course is. This course is basic fundamentals of GIS. Please take note of that. Meaning that everything you need to start your GIS journey, everything you need to start your GIS journey, everything you need Can you still hear me? I don't know if you can still hear me. So everything you need, like the foundation you need, and that's right word. The foundation you need in this course to start to begin your journey as a geospatial analyst, geospatial, any geospatial you are trying to aim at is actually in this course. You see, GIS is about applicability. So with these little things that you might learn in this course of 5 weeks, believe me, if you are a good student, you can able to apply it to any field. It's not just even about doing analysis related to geology, doing analysis related to so. It's about you picking the lines, it's about you picking the things that you're supposed to pick and you can able to gain that knowledge and apply it to someone else, so somewhere else. So I don't know if you understand. So it's not really focus, one focus, geology focus, agricultural focus. It's just a fundamental, something you need to know, a foundation you need to know, a foundation that can groom you into the next stage of your career. That's just it. Are you going to use? I've answered that. Can the software works on other devices? I don't know what you mean by can the software work on other devices. The software can. I've only tested QGIS with Windows laptop before. I don't know with Mac. I've not actually made that research. I've not used it with Mac before, but on Windows, of course, it's going to work. In this section recorded, if it is recorded, are Fridays and Saturday class mandatory? If you like, join. If you like, don't join. Well, don't let me say more than that. But of course, if you are aiming to be, if you are committed, if you're a committed person, or this, and moreover, this is free. See, I can tell you that, well, don't let me go into that aspect, but you yourself can make that research and try to just go online and search how much does it cost for you to take a GIS course, and you start seeing some figures. So if this is free, I don't know why you cannot actually utilize this for your career. I don't know. So this person asking that, is it mandatory? It depends on you. It depends on you. It depends on you. But all I know is that if you don't attend classes, do the assignments, do the capstone projects, you are not, we don't really see you as someone who has actually participated in this GIS course. Uh, I did not receive a confirmation email after my successful application. You will receive that soon. I did not receive confirmation. Don't worry, you will receive that. You will receive that. Which version of QGIS? Just don't worry. Once we get to that aspect, I think that should be that course one or course two. I can't really recall where we'll be downloading, where I will be showing you how to download QGIS. So it is always advised to download the latest version of the QGIS. So don't worry, I'll be showing that in the course of the what's it called, of the course. Oh, which other one is here? I didn't receive confirmation mail. I've answered that already. I think that's all. I think that's all. Those of you asking for the confirmation of email, don't worry, it will be sent to you again. It will be sent to you again. QGIS works on Linux. Works with Linux. Okay. Someone answered that already. He said QGIS works with Linux, Macs, and Windows. I don't know if that person is actually making comment or is actually answering our question, or maybe making comment or asking a question. I mean, QGIS works with Linux, but as I said, I've not tested it myself. I only work with Windows. So, but if this person is making a comment, he said QGIS actually works. So, if you are using Linux, Mac, so I think that's a good news for you. That's a good news for you. What about the capstone project? I said it towards the end of the what's it called? Towards the end of the course. Towards the end of the course, you will receive your capstone project. It might be a group capstone project. It might be a specific. We can decide that each person will have a different capstone project. So we've not decided on that yet. So don't worry. Before the end of the course, your capstone project will be sent to you. I didn't get email. Yes, add up the subtitle because of different countries. Okay, we'll look into that. I registered yesterday and still yet to don't have any login dashboard. Your dashboard for now is your WhatsApp platform. Please join the WhatsApp platform for now. That's your dashboard for now. We'll be talking about the dashboard thing later, but for now, please, your dashboard for now is actually that WhatsApp platform. WhatsApp group, I mean. Only QGIS is going to be only QGIS we are going to use. Yeah, we are using only QGIS. I've stated that over and over. Are we ending up with the possibility of publication? Well, you see, I don't know, maybe you listen or maybe you forgot to mention the managing director when he was actually speaking that, maybe at the close of the webinar, there are a lot of opportunities that is actually attached to us here in Precision Field Academy. You should understand there's a lot of, so we have a fellowship currently even going on. It's a research fellowship. So when we see that you're a dedicated person, you are what's it called? A dedicated person, you are committed, you might have access to it. So but in terms of publication, of course, why not? So let's take it gradually. Let's take it step by step. Do you understand? Let's take it step by step. How about those of us that don't have access to computer? Ah, please look for one. Look for one. I don't know how to answer that question. Please look for one. So someone else again confirmed that for RAM we work, but some analysis we running slow. God bless you for that. Who made that comment? Eric, God bless you for that. Yeah. In fact, I think I stated it in some analysis. I think when you start moving to analysis, module 4 and 5, you always see something like that. There's some analysis that the speed or the response totally depend on the laptop you're actually using. That's just the fact of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. So you guys are not following. I'm supposed to be seeing subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, which other question is there again that I've not answered? Which platform are we using for the course? I have answered that already now. We are using QGIS. I believe you have done justice to all the question. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. How about the software? Who can install us? How about the software? Who can install us? I don't know where I didn't really understand your question. What time on Monday, please? The Monday time will be communicated on the group. So please, a mail will be sent to you once again. So that mail will contain what's it called? To contain the link to the WhatsApp group. So for the Monday class, the time will be communicated. So please follow along, please. I don't want to give a time here like this because I was not prepared for it. I didn't know that I didn't include that into my presentation. So please will 8 gig Android for please will 8 gig Android for the QGIS. I don't really understand that question. Thank you for this presentation. My question is that do you have package for GIS pollution detection, epidemiology, disease mapping, outbreak? Now, this question is related to, I believe that this person asking this question is someone who is actually in the health industry. I don't know if that pronunciation is right. HEALTH, health industry. Of course, we have a course that we have a course that you can, once you come, how would I put this right? If you are interested, you can actually talk. Then the course is actually structured towards that health as well. So we also have that kind of course. But please, it's not these analyses you are mentioning, pollution detection, epidemiology, disease mapping, those analyses are not in this particular course. And the funniest part is that one of the analyses is actually related towards health. Wait for it. Wait for it. So Aminu Musa, I've answered your question. If you are looking into shifting your focus into application of GIS in what's it called, in health, please, that is a different case entirely. There's a dedicated course for that. Mm, uh, Only not exactly the other file if needed, but if there are some tools that can be downloaded inside QGIS plugin. I don't know what that means. Not exactly the other file. Okay, okay. Are you asking about packages? Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. There are packages. Thank you, Eric, for answering that question. I didn't know that was what he was asking. Of course, QGIS is a software that actually has QGIS is a question that is a software that allows you to, you can even decide to develop your own plugins that can be able to facilitate what you are trying to do. So even in ArcPro, yeah, there are tools that can able to achieve this particular thing that you're actually looking forward to. The GIS pollution detection and so on and so forth. Yeah, QGIS is definitely not available for mobile. It has to be a laptop. It has to be a laptop. So, is that all? I think that's all from my hand. I think that's all from my hand. I think that's all from me. I think any other question can be sent to the group. Any other question can be sent to the group. So, I think I'm going to hand over now to Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph, are you there? Oh, we can't hear him.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this webinar. I believe most of the questions we have has been addressed, by the instructor. So I've been having technical issues from my end, and that was the reason why I've not been able to join from my end. So I had to still use this place here. So I'm sorry about that. Yes, so we have officially come to the end of the webinar. So just look out for the information that will be dropped on the WhatsApp platform as regarding the link to, access the course. Yeah, when you that will be on Monday. So it will be sent across to the group and also still be broadcast to the email of the registered participant. Yeah, so you can have access to that. So I also want to enjoin us to still follow our brand that is on Instagram. That's Precision Field Academy at Precision Field underscore. So also you can just ask Precision Field Academy, either on Facebook, LinkedIn, or even check it out on Google. So you are definitely going to have access to the website, see what we do, and yeah, you definitely have access to some of this information when you follow our platform. Yeah, because once you subscribe there, yeah, when we have new feeds or new information, definitely you easily have access to them. So we have finally come to the end of this webinar. So every other information you can direct them to the group. So we have admins there that we're going to send answers to the FAQs, the frequently asked questions that we've been receiving. So we are going to keep attending to that, to the launch of the course on Monday. That will be next week. Yes. So we'll be going or ending the stream now. So just take note of that. And for those people also requesting for subtitle because of language barrier, so we'll look into how we can work on that as soon as possible to ensure we have a better service delivery. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.